Good evening and welcome to this week's Student Life Office Hour. I'm Stephanie Garrett, your Catholic International Librarian and Faculty Advisor to Student Life. Tonight we welcome Allison Spatacco, Catholic International University's Director of Student Life. Allison is presenting on how to prepare and take proctored exams online. While we wait for everyone to enter the room, I'm going to put up a poll real quick. And if you would answer the poll and let us know what brings you here this evening and what program you're in. So that will remain on your screen for a few minutes while we wait for the people who are still trying to get in the room to enter. Today's session is being recorded. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to go over a few Zoom housekeeping items. As you may have noticed, you are automatically muted. Please leave your microphones off until the Q&A portion of the meeting. If you are having connectivity issues, please feel free to stop your video. You may put your questions into the chat box at any time during the meeting, and we will try to answer as many as possible during the Q&A. During the Q&A, you can choose to raise your hand and be called on, or you can turn your microphone on when you're called on and ask your question, or you can put your question once again in the chat. The recommended viewing option for tonight's session is speaker view. Click the view option on the top right corner of your screen and then select speaker option. Also, as you leave the meeting this evening, a survey will open in your browser. Please take a moment to answer the survey and let us know how we did and how we can improve. And now I'm going to stop my share and turn things over to Allison.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to share my screen now.
And I will leave the poll up for a few more minutes. Those of you that have answered it, you can click the X at the top right corner and it will remove itself from your screen.
Thank you, Stephanie, and good evening, everyone. I want to start with a prayer. So if you please join me. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community while also learning about proctoring exams. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, everyone can see my screen, correct? Good? Okay. All right, so we're here to learn more about the proctor exam policy and how we're moving from Examity over to Meazure and proctor by Meazure. So here we go. Okay, so when taking an online proctored exam, as students, you're responsible for knowing the proctor's policies, which is in page 119 of the student manual. And then, you want to make sure you have a good internet, high quality internet. Your computer connection is, good. You have a camera. You cannot have any camera and microphone. Let me just make sure you say that microphone too. You cannot have any electrical equipment. Has to be removed from the exam area. So whether it be another TV or cell phone or smartwatch or whatever, can't have that. So make sure it's moved away. You need to remove books from near the computer unless you're allowed a certain book by the professor. That can obviously stay, but any other kind of books need to be moved away and out of reach. So it can be in the room, but as long as it's on the table far away or the floor, wherever you want to throw it. You can have to remove any posters or notes on the wall. So please no post-it notes on the wall behind the computer or on your desk or whatever. Make sure you're following the appropriate behavior, and you need a quiet, silent spot, and there can not be anyone else in the room with you. So make sure you're alone. And we always suggest to wear professional attire, but just to help you look nice, and it is a recorded or live proctored exam. So we really recommend Chrome or Firefox. So when you first start, you will create your first time, will create a ProctorU account and download the Guardian browser. So the Guardian browser basically is a browser that locks down. You can't get off if you close out the exam. So you can't access other tabs, other windows, whatever, of your Word documents. It's so that you basically so you can't cheat. Make sure once you look down the Guardian browser, you want to wait for it to load. They take a little second or two, and then accept the proctor's terms of service. Next, you'll check your equipment for maximum quality, provide a 360-degree scan of the room if the exam is live. If it's a recorded one, they won't make you do that, but if it's a live with a proctor right there, you have to show the whole room. Provide photo identification, so this is a passport or a driver's license. Just they make sure they know it's you and not getting someone else to take a test for you. So during the exam, make sure you keep your face in the camera's view of the frame. Avoid walking, eating, or drinking during the exam. Kind of obvious. I think a water bottle is probably fine. Do not rest your head on your hands. Do not cover your face and clothing. No hoods up. No ducking or checking your pockets or whatever. No one else is allowed in the room with you, as I said before. Make sure you follow the exam instructions. If there are breaks, they will instruct you what to do. The proctor will let you know what will need to happen for that to occur. Completely refrain from talking to anyone else. Someone interrupts your room or something. If you're in the library, go to a public library and you're in a room, someone comes in, like just shoo them away. Don't say anything. A piece of blank, make sure it's blank. Scrap paper will be allowed. You will have to show it, and you'll have to show the pencil as well, because there are some tricks you can do with that too. So make sure it is a pencil and not some kind of high-tech pen that scrolls messages or something. So exams with Meazure learning. So you need to inform the proctor if there's an emergency interruption occurs. Some major emergency happens, we understand, and they'll work with that, but make sure you let them know, communicate it. Make sure you explain what the interruption is, because it is recorded. So that way the professor can go back, or the provost can go back, whoever can look, make sure and see what the problem was, and it's clearly stated for them. If there's a break, it will be indicated in the instructions, and you'll resume the exam immediately post the break. If there's a break, instructed break, make sure you resume immediately. Don't go longer than the time frame allowed. So that is the basic overview. I'm here for questions or concerns or anything, and I also just put up here our online launch and ribbon cutting ceremony tomorrow night. If you are interested in attending, we would love to have you. You can register. There's a link that's been sent out a few times to register from the communications office. I'm happy to send it out again, but we would love to have you. I'll put it in the Pronto chat as well. Any questions about proctoring or the ribbon cutting, whatever?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, the laptop that I'm using right now is giving me a lot of problems. Trying to update with Windows 10. It's not very old, but it's becoming unreliable from the sense that I don't know when it's going to try to update, and I get white screens and this and that. So I'm thinking about buying a new laptop just for this exam. And I was just wondering, what's the minimum requirements for the proctoring software and the hardware requirements? Do you have that? Like, what's the minimum gigabyte of memory that you need and stuff like that? Operating system, minimum
Right.
requirements. Yeah.
They did not, Marissa, you make sure I'm correct. I don't think they provided that for us, but I'm certainly happy to get that information. I can ask them what it is, and I can post that in the Pronto chat or email you as well. But if Chase, other people have the same question, I can also post that in the Pronto chat after I find that out. But in our trainings, they did not give us that information. I think a basic laptop, as long as it's a good internet connection, is what really is the big.
Yeah, I'm not sure if, I would like, if possible, if you could kindly give me some numbers as far as minimum requirement and stuff like that. Because I can go buy a top-end laptop, but I want to be as economical as I could be.
Of course.
Yeah,
I'll ask the requirements of gigabytes.
software and
Yeah.
hardware
Also,
for a laptop.
also,
I can
does anyone
share.
out there use multiple monitors? If you have multiple monitors, you need to be aware that you will have to disconnect your auxiliary monitor.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephanie. I forgot about that one. They did mention that today in the training. Yes, you will need to so right now that's why I was looking this way because I have my PowerPoint up here on this other monitor, but while you guys are straight ahead. So if I was taking an exam, I'd have to unplug the monitor, can't be attached and only have the one screen again. So for cheating method.
I have another question, if I may. I use Grammarly for writing. And that, launches when I launch the Word document. Is that going to be allowed?
No, and Word document won't be allowed. You will not be able to have a Word document open, just a blank sheet of
no.
paper.
No, not a Word document. In other words, I'm under the impression that we can open a Word application, the Word, not a document, but where are you going to write your stuff on the?
In the boxes on the exam in Canvas, like through the Canvas Proctor exam. Yeah.
Okay. I thought my professor said, Father Bramwell said that you could have prepare a document in Word to copy and paste it in the exam box, but you're saying you can't do that.
No, so that's what the Guardian browser does. It locks down your computer, so you won't even be able to open it without the exam, which will automatically submit the exam, and therefore, if it's not completed, it'll be a 0. So
Whoa.
you can't exit out of the exam with to get to that Word document, so you won't be able to copy and paste.
Okay, so there's the software that we're using for this. Does it have any word processing capability?
So it's not exactly a software. It's called it's called the Guardian browser. It's all
Browser,
online.
okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you just need the internet. That's why I wasn't sure about the gigabytes, because really you're not downloading a whole software.
Right.
You're just accessing a specific called a Guardian browser that the Meazure company developed for us to use in order to lock down your computer and only access the Canvas browser that they want you to access with the
Okay. I see.
Maritza.
I have a question. Are you going to take the COM exam?
Yeah, the comp. Yeah, $6.99 comp for Matt.
Okay. When it was with Examity, Dr. Bramwell, because I took this COM exam, and Father Bramwell explained that we can use a Word document to copy and paste, but we don't have any more Examity. This is something new. It's called Meazure, and Meazure doesn't allow a Word document to be open, copy and paste, or use Grammarly to check your spelling. Because when you open a Guardian browser, basically what it does is exactly what we have right now. In the right side, you have the panel, that is the proctor. In the middle is the canvas, the exam, and in the left is all the area that you have on Canvas. So when you enter the middle part of your computer is when you're going to do your exam. So you don't have any more access to Word, write, copy and paste. That's why you can have an scratch paper.
Yeah, Father Bramwell might have not understood or not really been informed that we switched from Examity to Meazure. So with the new system Meazure that we're using now, there is it locks on computer, so there is no access like there was before, and you only thing you could have is a piece, like a physical piece of blank paper.
Okay. There's a physical piece of blank paper is not going to do me any good.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you.
So you can have key in a piece of paper. You can have key points, and then you start developing your essay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. How do we access this website? What do we, what's the steps of accessing the website?
I'm going to write in the chat the guide and the video, okay? Give me a few minutes, please. Give me one minute.
Well, and the other thing I was going to say, if you have any special accommodations on register with the on file with the registrar, you can let them know in case other arrangements need to be made for your exam. That would be between the registrar and your instructor, because I do know that we have veterans and other people with learning differences that have
I
special
think we have
accommodations. You
issues.
need to reach out to your professor and to do what?
You cut out for a second there, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it told me I have low. I turned my camera off because it said I had low bandwidth.
Yeah.
All right. So if you are one of the many students who have special accommodations for test taking, reach out to your professor and reach out to the registrar, because she's the one who keeps that on file. And you can ask for those accommodations to apply to your exam, and they will see if they can, how that would work in Meazure.
I copied the video that you can look at the video. Is the summary of everything that Allison already gave us.
Well, we have time. Should we watch the video? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
Luis has a question. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you, Allison. Luis Salinas. I just got a question. I'm sure it's possible, just to be sure. Can I use my cell phone for the test instead of my laptop
No.
through the cell phone?
No.
No. Okay.
No, you'll have to use your laptop.
Okay.
It's not compatible, tablets or cell phones with Guardian browser.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
That is a good question. Thank you. Yeah, for the exam, Marissa, do you want to show the video? Should we do?
Do we have time? Yes, we have time.
Yes, we have time. And that's good because we have some late entries, so that will help. Do you want me to run? Allison, I'm going to get you to run it since I have low bandwidth.
Okay. Pull up the chat video.
And when you select to share the screen, be sure you select the options that tell you to optimize sound.
Okay. I can do that. Let me get through the commercials. Share screen. All right, make this full screen. Share this, and you said share sound. There we go.
Yes.
All right. So you can all see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you can't hear the sound for some reason, someone flag me.
Welcome to the ProctorU proctoring platform, the flexible and convenient way to help achieve your academic and professional goals with live remote proctoring. Keep in mind that while online proctoring may be new to you, it's designed to be very similar to a secure in-person exam experience. Today, we will show you what to expect with our Live Plus and Review Plus service lines. Let's walk through the process so you can be ready for a smooth testing experience. Preparing for your exam. A live proctored launch will take between 10 and 15 minutes, but does not take away time from your exam, since the exam timer does not start until the proctor has allowed you into the exam. Take these steps before your exam appointment. First, have an approved photo ID ready. Choose a test-taking space in a private, well-lit room, with no one else around you. If possible, sit with your back facing the entrance of the room. Your computer must be on a hard surface like a desk or table. Clear your workspace of any food, beverages, unpermitted resources, secondary monitors, and electronic devices, except your cell phone. Remove your sunglasses, earbuds or headphones, large jewelry, and watches. Remove any non-religious head coverings. Make sure you have access to Chrome or Firefox. If you don't have access, download the browser of your choice before going further. You'll also need to install the ProctorU browser extension through either Chrome or Firefox. Close all programs, then restart your computer. Lastly, be sure to use the restroom before your appointment. Exam launch process. If you require any testing accommodation, please inform your testing organization or instructor well in advance. In this scenario, we're showing the exam launch process from the ProctorU platform. You may also launch from the Meazure exam platform, a learning management system, or another test delivery platform. So be sure to follow the launch process outlined by your exam administrator or instructor. If you have a question or need help at any time, just click the chat button, and a support technician will help you correct the problem. Software and downloads. If you didn't install the ProctorU extension for Chrome or Firefox before your exam, the system will prompt you to take those steps prior to moving forward. Now it's time to download and launch the Log Me in Rescue applet. This applet will allow you to chat with your proctor. After downloading this file, you'll find it in your Downloads folder or your default download location. If prompted, click Open or Allow to give the file permission to run. When the chat box says waiting, it means that you've successfully downloaded the applet and your proctor will be with you shortly. Do not close this window. It may take a few minutes for your proctor to connect, so do not download the file multiple times. While you wait for your proctor to connect, continue through the exam pre-checks on your screen. Pre-checks. As you're being connected to a proctor, you will run through a series of steps that we call pre-checks. The first screen you'll see will outline the exam rules set by your exam administrator or instructor. You will need to click Agree in order to continue. These rules are set by your exam administrator or instructor, not ProctorU or Meazure Learning. Next, you'll be asked to agree to being recorded through the entirety of your exam. After that, the system will prompt you to share your screen. At this point, your screen, video, and audio will start recording. Next, you'll be asked to agree to your exam rules and the ProctorU platform terms of service. Lastly, the system will prompt you to take a photo of yourself and of your approved photo ID. If your ID has a vertical orientation, hold it up vertically. These images are captured and stored for your proctor, exam administrator, or instructor's review, and then securely destroyed after 7 days. Proctored steps. By now you should be connected to a proctor. If not, please continue to wait. Your proctor will greet you via chat and then call your computer to communicate audibly. Once connected, your proctor will review the photos you took of yourself and your ID and make sure your name and face match your profile. Then, your proctor will review the exam rules with you, as well as any applicable accommodations noted on your appointment. Next, your proctor will ask to see your workspace, including all 4 walls and the area around the desk and monitor. You will use your cell phone camera to show the edges of your computer screen. The proctor will walk you through this process and then ask you to remove your cell phone from the work area. The proctor will ask to see any permitted materials outlined by your specific exam rules and take remote control of your mouse and keyboard via the Log Me in Rescue applet, in order to make sure no unpermitted programs are running. You will be able to see everything that your proctor is doing on your computer. The proctor cannot access any files without your knowledge. Entering your exam. Your proctor will help you navigate to your exam and enter the password for you. When your proctor releases desktop control of your computer, you'll be able to start your exam when ready. Your exam timer will start once you see the first question of your exam. Your webcam view and your screen will be recorded for the duration of your exam. If a proctor is present for the duration of your testing session, you are taking a live plus exam. If your proctor is only present for the launch process, you are taking a review plus exam. The proctor will communicate this to you before you begin your exam. During your exam. While taking your exam, keep your exam rules in mind and do not read exam questions out loud. Leave your seat unless permitted, or allow anyone to enter the exam area. If you need technical assistance, use the support chat icon or call our support number. If you're taking a live plus exam, your proctor will only communicate with you if you begin to do something that is not permitted by your specific exam rules. If a restroom break is permitted by your specific exam rules, your proctor will ask you to perform another security check of your work area when you return. In some cases, during a live plus exam, your proctor may change, but this will not interrupt your exam. Finishing your exam. If you're taking a live plus exam, you must alert your proctor before submitting your exam, so you can walk through a brief completion process together. Finally, so that we can improve your test-taking experience, you'll have the opportunity to take a brief survey about your experience and give us your open and honest feedback. Thanks for your time and good luck with your exam.
Okay. So, I'm gonna stop sharing. All right, so that is the video. Thank you, Maritza, for sharing. I saw some things in the chat. Okay. Oh, shoot. Videos will keep playing. Okay. So thank you. Okay, perfect. So anyone have any questions? I hope that kind of answered some questions.
I
or-
was excited to hear that your proctor enters your password for you, because with Examity, that was the hardest thing for everyone to find, is where did they get the self-populated
right.
access code.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was the best news I heard in that video.
Meazure is easier than Examity. It's really easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a question actually, because my only experience with Examity was doing like the practice test, during orientation and whatnot. And
Right.
I might have missed it here for this new system, but one of the things that confused me with Examity was at the end of the test when you're done.
Mhm.
And I think there was a button where you just said, I'm done, finished, you exit out. But I also thought I had read some instruction where you actually have to tell the proctor that you were done, like, toggle them and literally talk to them again, say, I'm done now, thank you, and adios, right? But I don't know if that's the case with this new system, or does it depend?
That is the case with the new system,
Yes.
according to the video.
Okay,
Yeah,
it
You
did say
tell
that.
the proctor you're done, and they walk you through the submission.
Right.
Okay, they walk you through the submission at the end. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you. Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's fine. Thank you for the question.
And there is a difference, the live proctor and the recording proctor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, because there
Depends
will.
on the class that you're taking. So the exam is going to lead you to where the instructions are.
Right.
Recording, you have to scan anything. You're not recording, you don't have to, but you have to have everything clear around you, not open books or whatever.
I have a question. So, where do I start taking this exam? Do I start it in Canvas from this Comp 699 Canvas page where Father Bramwell has 4 links? I think 4 students are taking this exam in his class.
Mhm.
And do I start it from Canvas, or do I start it from this website that I'm supposed to go to? Where do I start?
You will want to start at the ProctorU website, and you'll start by making the account first, downloading the Guardian browser, and then from the Guardian browser, you'll log into your Canvas account.
Oh, from the browser, you log into Canvas. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. And then we're back into Canvas in our course
Yes.
page.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You go to wherever the link is.
Yep. Wherever the link is for the
Click on
test
it.
on.
Okay,
Yep.
and then there is no more code, because I looked at it and the page right now in Canvas is looking for a code. There's
No,
code.
No more code. Yeah.
No more code in there, even though it's still in Canvas looking for it. There's a box there.
There's a box.
Here.
Okay.
There is no
yeah.
code. Okay.
There's
Okay.
no code. No.
All right. Okay. And this website, you're saying you just send that to us where the website is, can we go practice on that website? Can we do kind of get you, get a feel for it, or?
There is no practice exam like there was for Examity, so we can't give you a test run, but you'll be able to make the account beforehand and see what that looks like, at least through that. But there's no practice exam.
Okay. So it's,
You can go to COM. When you have the COM exam, go to the left, go down, and you will see Measure Learning. You enter to Measure Learning on the left, it leads you to Proctored. And then you can create your account, have it ready the day before you're going to do your exam, and you fill it out the information that is your name, your address, your phone number, but there is no code or something that you have to fill it out.
I see.
It's
Sure,
Would-
thank you. Let me see if I understood
Is,
this.
let me walk.
can you demonstrate?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure,
Hold
thanks.
Hold on.
Because that's the last thing we need is stress trying to get into this. With the other one, it was just, yeah.
Okay, so let's imagine that we are here in COM, okay? This is my class. So I go down to Measure Learning. Did you see?
Yes.
Okay, so you click. This brings you to Proctored.
Okay.
Proctored open, and you have to select the exam that you're going to take. So one is going to say your exam, that is Proctored exam. So
Yeah.
you click. I don't have exams, so but your exam is going to be here. So before you click on the exam, Proctored is going to open and is going to show you the questions. Okay. The questions are your name, your address, your phone, your website, your email. When you finish and click OK, and if you the day before you already have download Guardian browser, on the right side here you will see the Proctored Guardian, and then you have to start the process. Take the picture, show the ID. If you don't like your picture, you can do it again. Your ID is not centered, you have to be sure it's there. And when you pass that, and you pass the second one, this is the security, the proctor is checking your computer that you have connectivity, you're not going to have any problem disconnected, and that you are ready to go with your exam. When everything is done, the proctor press the code, and you will be ready. You will see start your exam. Let's say I have here my message, start your exam. So I go to my modules. I scroll down and I find my exam. Let's say my exam is here. I read the instructions and I start the exam. So in the left, you will have this. In the middle, you will have the space for your exam. At the right side, you will have the Guardian browser proctor. It is live because you will have a live proctor here. The camera of the proctor will be off. I recommend you, if the proctor has a camera on, you can tell it, could you please turn off your camera? Because I got nervous when I saw a person looking at me. I said, could you please turn on the camera? They can turn off the camera because they are recording. And you finished the exam. Let's see, I finished. Let me show you something that has to have an activity that you have to do. Let's see, this is my exam. I read the instructions and I answer. And I finish, and I'm ready to finish. My exam is here. So this is the space that you're going to have to write. On the left is Canvas, on the right is the Proctor. This is the space that you're going to have to write. So I'm ready to, so I announce I'm ready to submit my exam. So the proctor will verify that everything is where it's supposed to be. And you just said submit. And it will close because you submit your exam. And then the proctor is going to ask you a few questions. And then the proctor is going to say close all the tabs. So you close everything. You go browser, Guardian browser, and you close your class. And that's it. Okay.
So, thank you. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
So you're saying a day before, we can go out here like you showed us and put our information, our name, our email, whatever they ask us, with our ID picture and all of that, a day
Yes.
before.
You can, they say that you can do it. You can download Guardian, you can download Proctored. I'm going to show you what is I'm going to show you.
Yeah, you can download the browser to your computer the day before, but the proctor will tell you when you get ready to start taking your exam. That's when the proctor will get your ID and all of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can make the account and you do the Guardian like download and everything beforehand.
You can do this the day before.
Yeah.
Your name, your account, your email address, your address, and I'm not a robot, submit. This is the only thing that you can do the day before. But Guardian browser is the quick access to a prompter. You have to do it the day of the exam, okay? I don't know, this is too small. Let me put it a little bit bigger. Are you able to see it?
Yeah.
Can you double click on it, open it?
Double click. This is okay.
Will
So
it open?
you can see you create your the account the day before, your name. You create an account, like any account. You can use your same password you want and your same username as you want properly. You put your time zone, your address, and then I'm not a robot. Create your account. This is the only thing that you can do the day before. Okay? Create Proctored account. And the date of the exam, you download the Guardian browser to communicate with your proctor. You get it?
Thank you. That's good. That gives me an idea of what's waiting up, what I have to do. I don't have all the steps, but is there any way you can put this like a few steps or a couple of things major?
There is a guide.
Yeah.
You will have the video, the guide, the information, everything will be there in your exam. In your module income, at the bottom, all the classes that have proctor exam will have the guide, so you can revise the guide the day before.
Or now.
Everything that I show you is my
now,
class with the guide.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can, it should all be there, but we will also,
Thank you.
I'll be sending a student, and Maritza will do it as well. We'll be sending out a student life announcement that will just have the links to everything again, so that students have it in the second spot in case they can't find it in their class for some reason. We just want to make sure you have everything you need so you can feel
Thank you.
at ease for your exam.
Between July 8 and July 10, be sure that we will be bothering you all with all the information about this is the video. Download this, do this. Okay?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Thank
For
you.
now,
Right.
focus on studying.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Don't worry. We will make sure
Yeah.
that you are ready
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
technical side. You make yourself
Yeah.
ready on the
Yeah.
information side, on the
Yeah,
material
thank
side.
you so much. That's very helpful. Really appreciate
And
it.
if the day of the exam
Yeah.
you forget everything that we say today, don't worry. You
Yeah.
just put there in the chat to the proctor, I don't know where to go. Could you please
Yeah.
guide me? And
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very helpful as well,
they're very
and we're
helpful,
always
and they will
available to
do
do so.
everything for you. Go here,
Yeah.
go here, download here. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I trying to avoid that because that causes a lot of stress when you get in that happened to me once last time with the examining.
Or
It
come,
was really terrible, I mean,
look,
yeah,
or come exam.
right,
Do the cleaning of your room the day, 2 days
right,
before.
right,
That is painful to clean your room and have the clear area.
yeah,
Do it 2 days before. The following day, pray, revise your key points, have fresh your essays, review in your mind your essays.
right,
You could always, if you don't feel like cleaning, you could call your local library and book a room there. I'm sure
Oh,
that our
yeah.
local libraries, and they have rooms that you can book a couple, like, if you just call them a week ahead and be like, do you have a room available? I need to take an exam from school. They'll be like, yep, then they'll put you down. So library is always a good spot. They're quiet. And then you can guarantee no one will disturb you. You can guarantee it's clean because there's not going to be any papers. So that's always an option that I
Sure.
would recommend.
For my AA CST students, there is no recording. You don't have to clean your room. You just have to empty your area around you, and that's it. Okay?
Right.
That's because there are 2 options. So I'm talking about COM exam. They know what it is. The other exam, there is no requirement. Like Proctor, you don't have to clean the whole room, but you have to remove the stuff around you.
Yeah, so you showed us the box where we're supposed to be writing, because that's a word processing box in
Yes.
Canvas. So yeah,
Yes,
so
is
we
the
have
okay.
yes, well, that's
Yes,
good.
is the
Yeah.
word processing box in
Oh, that's
Canvas.
good. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thought anyway. That's good. Thank you. All right.
Yes, that is the word processing in Canvas. Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the minimum that's good. Yeah. Thank you.
Of course,
Okay.
and yeah, just don't stress is the
Yeah.
key.
Well.
And
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
yeah, try if you need to. I'm gonna put the video we just watched. I'm putting that in the Pronto chat tonight. It's in this chat if you want to copy it over now, and we'll send reminders of it too. But if you want to watch that, like, pull that up and watch it like while you download everything and do all the setting up of your account, like 2 days before or a day before, and get everything set, like the Guardian up and everything. That might take some like the weight off you,
Yeah.
so that you're not trying to do that while like right before your exam, if you just try to get all that set up.
So yeah, so the Guardian is a browser that we need to first download before we do anything else, right?
Yeah, it's prompted
Proctor
to you.
create the
Yeah.
account. Create your account with Proctor U is the first thing that you have to do.
Yes, and when
Okay.
you create your account, Proctor U, it will
From Canvas. From Canvas.
Yes, you
From
go
the
to
Canvas.
measure learning. You go
Yeah, go
the
there
left for
from there.
Canvas,
Yeah.
measure
Right.
learning, click,
So
and then
and while you're making your account in Proctor U, it will prompt you to download the Guardian browser. So it's all part
Okay.
of that. But if you can do
All right.
that all the day before, that will take off some stress the day of the exam.
Yeah. Okay.
when
Which we're
you
gonna
press
get
download, you have to wait patiently until upload. You don't start doing press. You have to wait.
Yeah.
So then
Right.
you will see it there that is
Right.
uploaded.
Yeah, okay.
You're ready.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right. Thank
Perfect.
you. All right.
Mhm.
Now, you're saying we'll have more step-by-step instructions in July timeframe then, right?
Yes, there is a
You're
PDF
gonna-
guide that we have. Let's do one step at a time. So this is the
Okay.
preview, the video, then the guide.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sorry, I'm really stressed trying to study, be honest with you. I'm studying very hard and
Yes, that's good.
Yeah,
Just
it's-
focus on
yeah,
your studies right
yeah,
now. Don't
yeah,
worry about this aspect. We'll
Yeah.
we'll guide you through it. It'll be easy peasy.
thank
And
you.
we're praying for you, sir. You've
Of
got
course.
this. Yes,
Thank you.
Luis, do you have any other questions?
Gee,
He's
well,
like,
I wish I was like Louise, he's got everything down. Get that. He's great. All right, well, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
We're
you guys
praying
for
for you
coming.
too. We're excited, really. We're excited about CIU. You know, it's very neat. And tomorrow we'll be at the ribbon cutting. It'll be very nice to
Wonderful.
see you all there. God
Yeah.
bless you.
God
Thank
God
you.
bless.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming.
thank you. Thank you very much.
You're
Have a
very
good night.
welcome.
Good
Have a
night.
good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
good night. Be sure to answer the survey that opens in your browser. And thank you, Allison. Tonight's recording will be updated to Student Life for later review. And have a good evening.
Have a good
You
evening.
too. Thank you.
Have a good evening. Thank you, Luis. Gracias por estar acá. Thank you.